So, happy Thanksgiving and welcome. One of the first Dharma talks I ever went to, when I see all you, especially you younger folks, it reminds me, because sometimes I forget what it might be like to walk into a place like this for the first time and, you know, have some expectations and some ideas and maybe be a little nervous and what is this going to be? And I know I want some of this teaching, but what is it? And so it's kind of exciting. And one of the first talks I ever went to, I'm old enough that I was lucky to be exposed to those first generation gurus and such that were here. And one of the first talks was given by a man named Krishnamurti. And so, like some of you who may be here for the first time, I was very excited. The talk was outside in Ojai, California. And we were all gathered around outside, and Krishnamurti was this very diminutive fellow and very proper. And he had a white button-down shirt and was buttoned right up to the top of his neck, and he was sitting, you know, perfectly like this for a long time, almost like the Dharma talk at Vulture's Peak where, you know, they were waiting for Buddha to pick up that flower. So everybody's waiting and waiting, and I was waiting. And he opened his mouth at last, and he said in a quite disdainful British accent, he said, "We're not here to discuss some mysticism from India." And that is all I remember of the talk. I was like, what? But it was true. It was like a great point. And I decided mysticism from India, you know, and everybody was going to be named Punjabi and, you know, whatever. And I had all these expectations. And so when he said that, and then he went on to, you know, give a great talk, the only thing he didn't do, though, anywhere in his talk is he didn't give any kind of technique. Because I think he had this whole thing where he didn't want people to get attached to any path. So it left me wanting more, but those words really stuck in my mind, my very first talk. And they were important words because I think we do think of spiritual practice and mysticism and spirituality as something far away, removed from ourself, removed from our life. It's not at Dunkin' Donuts. It's not in front of the exit ramp at Houghton Chemical when you're getting off the highway, you know, and we think that we're supposed to go somewhere or get something or become spiritual. Then I came a little later to the Zen Center and heard more good teaching. I heard that Buddha said, without cultivation, already you are complete. Oh, that sounded good, right? That's the kind of the easy path. I'll take that. You know, without cultivation, already you are complete. But the only thing wrong with that was, well, it's true, but how come I still don't feel complete, right, inside? How come I'm still angry and holding and wanting and all the things that we have? And so in this school, though, there was a technique. And I think that's really important because we all want to have access to this point. We want to experience this point, but you need a door that you can go in, right? Because it's too big and it's too cosmic. And so we just need a point of access. And really that's what Buddhism is. And that's what the Cambridge Zen Center is. It's this point of access where we can come and find our true self, where we can come and experience for ourselves that we're not here talking about mysticism from India, that we are complete, that we don't have to get somewhere else, you know? And so that's what I think of on Thanksgiving. Every Thanksgiving it's like, oh, you know, what are you grateful for? And seeing all your shining faces in this place, I think, what might my life have been like without that? I can't even imagine it. Because it's like I'm the same person, but it's just that doorway. It's just that shift of consciousness so that when something appears in our consciousness, before encountering Buddhism, what would happen is some part of me would stick to that and repeat it, and then be pulled around by that thought or that feeling. And still today, that happens frequently throughout the day. However, the teaching of our practice is not holding, not investing this I person into that, so that we begin to sit down and we see the stuff come and go, all kinds of feelings, all kinds of thinking, right? I like it, I don't, it's good, it's bad, all this stuff coming and going, coming and going. We begin to learn not to take it personally. We begin to see that it's not mine, it's not I. And we begin to become one with the way things are. And so that's really all we're doing. Bless you. And so how do we do that? What is the technique? When you're doing something, just do it, that's all. Too easy, right? It's too easy, but it's true. So when you're doing something, just do it. So we use the breathe in, breathe out. Just return to that, so basic. I say it every single Dharma talk. It's so basic that it seems esoteric. But it's not esoteric, it's just so bloody simple. So we don't have to go far away. We are already arrived. That means walking time. Only walk. Then you're complete.